Hey guys, welcome back to Popcorn and Champagne.
This is season 5, episode 4.
Woo! Sing. Tony.
Hey girl, hey.
We're at the supper club.
We're at the supper club. Great interview with Joe Johnson.
Yes,
He's
we
so
love
gracious.
him.
Yes, that was fun.
It was so much fun. He's so honest.
Oh gosh. Off camera, he was so honest.
I love it.
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Popcorn and Champagne, and make sure that you like on our social media handles.
Yes, Instagram, popcorn_champagne.
And then check us out on YouTube.
Yes.
You know, check us out.
We need it, guys.
We do. Now it's time for Infotainment. So the 96 Academy Awards were recently. And
Oppenheimer swept.
they did.
They had 13 nominations,
And
7 awards.
Yep. Including Best Picture and Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor with Robert Downey Jr. And the next was Poor Things.
Yes.
Right. And Emma Stone won Best Actress.
Yeah.
And we did have Divine.
Oh, I love her.
Joy Randolph. She won for
Best Supporting Actress in The Holdovers. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
So American Fiction also won Best Adapted Screenplay. You really didn't feel that, did you?
I mean, I love Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
So like I said, the ending, it had to I was confused.
Yeah. What I like about Jeffrey Wright is he can transform into any character, and he really gets into it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, of course, Jimmy Kimmel.
Killed it.
We love Jimmy Kimmel.
Killed it. And when I tell you, he was sharp, honey.
He was good.
His tux, everything was gorgeous.
Yep.
Also, can I just say real quick, Robert Downey Jr.'s speech, when he just said, I want to give thanks to my bad upbringing.
His childhood trauma.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah, childhood trauma.
Because in a way, he's right.
It's true.
I mean, he had the best comeback ever of a star.
Yep,
so
yep.
It was a great night. Not enough diversity.
I didn't think it was either. Now I know Angela Bassett won something like a Trailblazer Award or something like that.
Yeah.
It was some type of honorary award, but it just wasn't enough diversity, as always, right? As always. I was pulling for Sterling K. Brown.
Oh my God.
We love him.
Yes.
I think Robert Downey got that one though.
Yes. Well, next year.
Yep. So now it's time for reality show recap.
Guys, Love is Blind, season 6 on Netflix.
Okay.
And guess who's joined?
Me.
I'm so excited.
She did. So I was a late adopter, and I'm okay with it. Because, I'm okay with that.
That's right.
I don't have to watch everything.
You do not.
But,
baby,
when I saw the first episode of season 6, I was like, all right, I'm going to watch one more.
Yeah.
I'll watch one more, and then that's it. This is what Tiffany's talking about. I'm watching one more, whatever. It's excellent.
It is one of the most amazing reality experiences you could ever do. So, again, I think we've touched on this before in previous podcast episodes. But it is actually what the title says, Love is Blind. So they have these couples, they go on dates, but they're behind a wall, right? And
they're in pods.
They're in pods,
right?
And they have dates with these people all throughout the day. And they basically fall in love with these people behind the wall in the pod. And end up proposing marriage.
So, my thing is, I don't think I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Because, what you're doing is, you're trusting fate. I mean, it's all about the personality. But, you get to the altar, or when you find out who you're going to marry, that's when you see what they look like, right?
They do a reveal. And you come together, and there's been some failures now. There's been some that's like,
I get it.
I don't want to do this. Never mind, goodbye.
But
it's kind of just to fall in love with someone's mind, personality, and not the physical. Right? So we had some couples that went the journey.
Yes. So I will tell you, my favorite couple was AD and Clay.
I know.
Now, I felt really bad for AD because I guess they decide when they get to the altar they're going to...
Is love truly blind?
Is love truly blind?
Yeah.
So he decided he was not going to
say yes.
Yeah,
or say
yes.
I do to
but
get married.
But see, I guess for me, I'm like, you wait. That's the way it works. You wait into the very end. Because you're walking all the way up there as if you're going to do it.
I know. And I think some people don't make up their mind till they actually get there. And I think with Clay, and you and I talked about this, he had a very interesting story where
he's got some childhood trauma.
His childhood trauma really affected him, where he had a father that cheated on his mom. Yeah. He has much respect for his mother.
Yeah, his mother was solid.
As a rock.
She was absolutely solid and grounded, and she was really together.
She was, and AD's mom was a solid woman as well.
Absolutely, she
and
was.
Tried to talk Clay through it and just say, don't let what your parents or what we did affect you going forward.
But the mom was also like to the dad,
to Clay's
dad, you all the baggage, everything that you've done to me in our relationship, you gave that to him, and he cannot fully be that husband that he could be. But kudos almost kind of to Clay.
No.
Because he knew that
he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And my heart went out to that whole family.
Yeah. But here's the thing. What was the girl, what was it? The one
Chelsea,
Chelsea
and Jimmy. So Chelsea was a flight attendant, and in their time in the pods, you know, they're having a conversation. Jimmy says, "Oh, well, if someone said you look like someone, who would that be?" And
she said Megan Fox.
When she said it, I was like, "Oh no!"
She didn't. Shout out. She did not look like Megan Fox. But go ahead.
And so when he ended up picking her, but he didn't pick. He had two choices. He had one girl. Her name was Jessica. So we're going to talk about Jessica's comment when she got rejected.
Oh, epic,
baby,
epic.
And so when they do the reveal, Clay comes out. Not Clay. What's his name?
Johnny.
No.
Jimmy
comes out and is like, okay,
you're cute. You ain't Megan Fox cute. He didn't say that, but he was
but
like.
in his mind, it was written all over his face. Well, they went on a honeymoon. They did, you know, they took it all the way.
Yeah, they fully invested. I mean, like, I think he really ended up liking her.
I think he did, too.
I think one of the things, though, that kind of threw me off with her is that she would get mad about some really immature things, and then she'd be like, you know, I can't be with anybody like that.
Well, she was very insecure, too.
Yeah, and then he would say, okay, well, then fine. And then she said, well, no. I mean, well, wait a minute. No, I didn't mean that. It was very exhausting. It's very immature.
So they get towards the end, they get 2 days away from getting married. He has a conversation with her.
Yeah.
And basically is like, what is your answer going to be?
Right.
Which normally you don't get, right?
Right.
And he basically was like, because I ain't ready.
Yeah.
So he did what Clay didn't.
Right.
And nipped that in the bud right there. But
let's also say, and I think we can move on from this.
Yes.
But let me tell you, Jimmy. Okay, so AD,
who's a bad sister, honey.
She is very, very shapely, I should say. And Jimmy was telling Chelsea that she is stacked.
Yeah.
And she was like,
no, I mean, like, she is.
But then she was like
you hurt my feelings.
Like, it was,
She's a lot. She's a lot.
Anyway, the season finale or the reunion is coming up.
Yeah.
And so.
Later tonight.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
Only one couple got married.
And that was Johnny and, I don't have her name, Johnny and Amy. Amy and Johnny. Yeah, Johnny.
And they were precious the whole time.
They really liked each other.
They did.
They really did.
They had solid families.
Yeah, they did.
I just love their families.
I did too.
So
I thought it was really, really good. Thank you for encouraging me to watch it. I just started with season 6. I did not go back.
Yeah. And Jessica's comment was like, when you see and realize what missed out on.
So Jessica was the one that Jimmy didn't pick. He picked the other girl.
And she bad, y'all.
Yeah, Jessica is.
She's
gorgeous. Bad. She's bad. Yeah. And what did she say?
She said, when you see what you missed out on, you're going to choke. You're going to need an EpiPen to open up your airways. Baby, when she said that, I was like, tell him.
That was true, though. I remember.
You a bad bitch to say that, honey.
Yeah. There was other couples there, too, that were really, you know, fun, and like Brittany and Kenneth, all of that. Yeah, you got to let them watch it. We got to move on.
That was not realistic, guys.
Yeah,
that was a joke from the beginning.
I agree.
So anyway, champagne moment.
Champagne moment for sure.
Okay.
Now it's time for movie recap.
Yes, The Damsel, Netflix. It's premiered March 8th.
Yeah.
Love.
Anything with Millie Bobby Brown is always going to be
good.
From Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And so, you know, this to me gave me the Game of Thrones kind of feel.
It did.
Because we were missing out on Game of Thrones. And then what was the other show that we watched?
House of
Dragons.
Yeah.
So this kind of filled that void, honestly. It did.
It did.
But basically, it was a young woman. She comes from a poor family, and the country that she's in is actually suffering from poverty. And so her dad thinks that the way to fix it is for her to get married to this prosperous family. And the queen actually approached the dad about marrying her, right?
Who is played by Robin Wright.
Robin Wright, who is wonderful.
Yeah, and this is her, she produced this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so her and her family go. Her sister and her are all in awe. The stepmother is actually Angela Bassett, who is good. I feel like she was underused.
I do too.
I feel like she was underused.
Tony,
I feel like they could have used her more. But Angela Bassett knew something wasn't right with the family.
Because you always listen to the black mama now.
I'm telling you, we know.
She knew. She tried to tell her.
Stuff. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
So basically, this family, centuries ago, killed 3 baby dragons, right? And the mom of the baby dragons was like trying to get revenge on this family.
That's right.
And the only way they were going to get revenge is she had to kill someone from that family for them to have prosperity.
Of royal blood.
Of royal blood.
So they would create this, the prince would marry these women, go up a mountain, they do this sacrificial ceremony, and he would throw her into this dungeon. Cave.
Yeah.
And they would sacrifice the brides to satisfy the dragon.
To repay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Millie, who I love this girl, she was amazing in Stranger Things. Everything she touches is girl power.
100%.
I love her.
I do too, 100%.
And she's growing up to be a beautiful woman.
Gorgeous.
And so she defeats the dragon and comes out the hero.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, guys.
I tell you, this definitely was a champagne moment.
Yeah, and even like kids could watch this.
Yeah,
I think
so too.
Yeah,
I think so too. Yep. So that's a must-see.
Yeah.
You guys need to check that out. Next is documentary recap. This is called The Program, Cons, Cults, and Kidnapping. It premiered on Netflix on March 5th. Tiffany did not like this.
No, I liked it. I thought it was a little drawn out.
Okay.
I thought they could have wrapped it up in 2 episodes.
Okay. So basically, it's a school that's in... Where was it? Utah?
It was at Ivy Ridge.
It was in New York.
Yeah.
It was in New York. And so basically these parents would send these children to these schools away that were for behavioral issues.
That's right.
And what you find out is that what they do to the children is nothing what the parents thought what they were doing to the children. So how this came up, the person that created this documentary, her name was Catherine, and she actually was a student there, and she was tormented.
Yeah.
She was basically tormented. And you go to these different levels of behavioral, and if you defy it, you can always go right back to the very bottom of what that behavioral is.
Yeah. The thing that shocked me about this whole documentary, which I found eye-opening, is Catherine, when she went back with her friends, everything, the files on these children.
Who owns the place? Who owns that house?
They just deserted it.
Yeah.
And they had camera footage from the boys' dormitory on how they were mistreated.
Yeah.
All this is documented. And
I mean, it's really sad. The person that was over this is called Worldwide Association of Specialty Programs and Schools.
WASP.
So WASP, that's right. So he had all these different locations, different schools in different locations.
In Mexico.
Yeah, and the crazy
everywhere.
part about it is that the people that were over the schools were not formally trained or educated to be over those schools. One was a security guard.
Yeah. They made him the director
of a school.
That's right.
And parents were spending millions and millions of dollars, and to send their kids there.
And also, which I found intriguing, the parents were also being led astray with fake brochures.
Yeah.
When they would come on campus, they were led into the best room there.
Yeah.
The conditions were deplorable.
Yeah.
They weren't feeding them.
They had to sleep in the hallway on mattresses on the floor. Yep.
Yeah. But it was a lot of abuse going on.
Yeah.
Some of the girls were sexually assaulted.
Yep.
Total misuse of power here. And a lot of the
I
leaders
agree.
that were responsible never went to jail.
Yep.
They had some lawsuits.
Yep.
They had a couple of senators that tried to lobby. But one thing I researched, which I thought was interesting, Paris Hilton.
She went?
Well, her involvement, she's an advocate for this because when she was 14, 15 in the 90s, her parents sent her to a camp like this.
Really?
And she has a whole fund that helps with the abuse of teens.
Good.
And so this is like her whole like
it's a money maker.
No,
That's
it
how
is
we're
a money
looking at
maker.
it.
But she goes and speaks at on the Hill and everything against this. So she made a cameo in the documentary. I don't know.
I didn't see her in there. What episode?
That was like 3. And
because
that's what made me like, oh, that's Paris Hilton.
I didn't see it. Maybe I dozed off.
But then eventually the kids, rebelled. They did a riot.
Yep.
But it's really sad. They had a lot of kids that committed suicide.
Yeah, and then when the parents would come and visit, they were so scared to say, "Take me home."
That's right.
They monitored their letters that they were sending to them and all of that. So it's really good to me. I thought it was a champagne moment.
Yeah.
What did you? Was it
No,
a champagne
it's a
moment
champagne
for you?
moment. I just thought it went a little long.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
And Catherine kind of got on my nerves.
Yeah, she a little bit, a little silly. I get it.
But kudos to her for championing this.
But you know
whole thing.
what? I will say it's sad that those kids have childhood trauma.
Oh yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
And it's shame on those parents.
I know.
Too.
But a lot of the parents didn't know.
I know.
But to send your child off is a responsibility in itself, okay?
Right.
You can't just give your child to strangers.
Absolutely. I mean, behavioral problems. I mean, I don't know where. I mean, I think we're in the same generation. That my mom and daddy handled it.
That's right.
They handled it.
It's called an ass whooping.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
All right. So now it's time for drama recap. So, you guys on the past episodes, we've been doing a weekly focus, and we did it on Capote.
Capote.
What did I call it?
Capote.
What did I say?
Capote.
What did I say?
Capote.
I said, girl, did you watch Capote?
I'm sorry, Capote?
Okay, that's what you said too. So we're going to focus on, for the rest of the season, is BMF Season 3.
Our favorite Doughboys are
Yay!
back.
So as you know, BMF is on STARZ, another 50 Cent production, and this is about our favorite Detroit people, Big Meech and Terry.
Yes.
It's based on a true story, which is the Black Mafia family.
That's right.
And
so in this season, they've moved to Atlanta.
Well,
Meech is moved.
Meech has. Terry's still in Detroit.
That's right.
Yep.
And so Meech is trying to build the business in Atlanta. And I remember this time years ago when the Doughboys ran Atlanta, right?
Okay.
And so I think they are really patterning this way, like they are following to a T, involving like the strip clubs. Who we have, our boy Neo is playing a drug dealer, but a strip club owner. And he's hooking up Meech with all the high profile clients to sell the drugs. And then I have to talk about my girl Lucille and Charles.
I feel sorry for Lucille and Charles. They're struggling. They are really trying to find a place.
That's right.
In a relationship. They're really trying. And she wants to leave, but she wants to stay.
Yeah, I think Lucille is fed up because now in episode 2, she has her friend from school, high school, has come back. He's a doctor, honey, and he's black and fine.
And she's looking at him sideways a little.
Dr. Maurice Montclair, honey.
She's looking at him sideways.
And so it's not looking good for Charles.
No, it's not. It's not. But I know in real life, they do eventually break up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do eventually break up.
Because she's filed for divorce.
Yeah.
So
now, I will say, this season is kind of star-studded. You got Neo, you got 2 Chainz in here. You've also going to have Cynthia Bailey. I think she makes an appearance,
she
right?
Did. She's married to the police officer.
Yep, you got Little Baby and Sweetie.
I was impressed with Cynthia's. I was like, okay, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Kudos to her.
Yeah. I think Cynthia has the ability to be a really good actress.
Yes.
I think she's got all the ingredients to make it work. Yeah.
I was so impressed with her.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I think this season is better than season 2 so far.
It's off to a good start.
You know, as you say, maybe season 2 was in the developmental stage for us. You know how you say that? I think that was the developmental stage to get us to here. To get us here. So
do you think that my girl that was with me, not Meech, with Terry,
Lala,
is she done?
I don't. But kudos to Lala.
I know.
Her acting is so much better now.
It's gotten a little bit better.
It is better. I like her. I think it's so much better. You can tell a difference between power and now.
I'll give you that.
I think she's definitely grown some. Really, she has. Yeah, I say she has.
But honey, she good for a bullet, ain't she?
Yeah, oh my God. Come on, why does 50 out? 50, why you always kill her? Why you always shoot Lala?
Oh, he shoots my Lala up,
but
baby.
I will tell you this, we'll talk more about each week next week. That's going to be our weekly focus that we're going to be talking about. And it's champagne moment for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's time for What You Watching?
Okay, Tony, this is one you brought up.
So have you not heard about this?
I have not until you told me.
Okay, so it's been on the news. It's been on Channel 4. It's Justice USA.
Okay.
So this is a 6-part documentary that is about the Nashville justice system in Nashville. And it is Judge Calloway is talking about everything. They go to the men's prison, women's prison, juvenile prison. The documentary, and we don't want to talk about it right now, but it's going to premiere on March 14th on Max, but they were here for 7 whole months filming this particular documentary. And I want to see it because it's Nashville.
That's right. And we don't get the spotlight like that.
Absolutely.
In that criminal
You're right.
sector.
You're right. Sector.
So now we have Shogun, guys. It is revived on Hulu. And they are off to an amazing start. I mean, it's impeccable.
I'm gonna try it because it's just too much.
The location, the setting,
it's China. It's in China.
No. Okay.
Is it China? It's in China.
It's in Osaka.
Okay.
Is one of the big cities it's in. But I highly recommend it.
All right. So next is Napoleon, which is on Apple TV with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did a great job portraying
then
that.
Our favorite.
Yes. Life and Beth.
Amy Schumer.
Yes, on Hulu.
You know she's kin to Chuck.
Chuck who?
Schumer, the senator for New York.
I didn't realize
they're cousins. Absolutely.
Well, I love her because she's dry, but she's funny.
Yeah, she's funny.
And this is a good series,
she's
guys.
Funny. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Popcorn and Champagne. Please make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Facebook and listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes. And thanks to our girls at Colonel's Popcorn.
Absolutely, our girls at Colonel's Popcorn. Also, thanks so much for Joe Johnson, the Supper Club, Jar, and Bungalow 10 for hosting us today. We do appreciate it.
Yes, and you guys come out and visit him.
Yep.
So, Tamron Hall was still waiting.
Tamron, we're a Tam Fam. We are a Tam Fam. Give us a call. Give us a call.
Anytime, baby. Cheers, babies. We love you.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.